Laura Schlossberg, Managing Director at BK Asset Management.
BK Asset Management's Kathy Lean.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me always forget to mute myself. Good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Let's look at the charts here. We're opening up. Quiet market open. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Miguel. Good morning, everybody. Espresso for me. Market opening up. Actually, this is really good. If I can get this this trade to happen, this is like one of my new all-time favorite setups right now, which is the moving average, the 8-period moving average goes above the red one, the 200, for the first time. Then we get the red zone. We get a retrace move, right? Now, if this thing holds, if price action in the first 2-3 minutes holds, and then rallies back above the 8 SMA. So we can't break the 200. Once we break 200, the setup kind of like disappears. But that first trend impulse after the crossover is a really, really, really good trend impulse. Really, really good trend impulse, right? So we're staying kind of in red. Moving average is still one above the other, so it's legit. I'm not going to negate the setup, but we really need the price action now to turn green in order for me to make the setup. But if it does happen, will happen. Hang on just 1 second. I said right before 9:30. I'm in the middle of a webinar. I cannot talk to you until 10:30. Can we talk then? Yeah. Okay. Bye. If you have children and you tell them, call me anytime before 9:30, and the children inevitably call you at 9:30, that, my friends, is your lot in life as a parent. Okay? Just want to let you know. That is just that is as true as your stop getting hit at the bottom of the move or at the top of the move. It's just the Murphy's rule of life, right? Who has children that are as fucking irresponsible as mine? Raise your hand. All right, 41 seconds into the game. Still not green, but if this goes green, we'll get a little long here, and I'm gonna just sort of explain to you how we're gonna do this. Let's watch the price action. I'm just watching the price action. 26 seconds left. Dr. D says he has 2 daughters with selective hearing. Exactly. What? Nobody else has the pain in the ass children that I do. Okay. 11 seconds. Let's see if it stays green. We gotta see if no green. No trade. This is a kind of a weak ass setup in my opinion. I don't really love the setup. What I love when this thing sets up beautifully is that you basically have the trend impulse, tiny little retrace, and then a continuation of the trend impulse, and it's a very, very high probability setup. That first crossover, the first cut is the deepest, the first trade is the best. But nothing much going on right now on that Friday. Let's just take a look at the NAS, by the way. Is NAS doing anything? No, NAS is actually just crushing to the downside. It's 30, 40 points to the downside. Wow, it's TradingView really trying to catch up on the open. Oh, come on, baby. All right, we'll have to be patient. We have to just be patient. There's nothing we can do here. On the open, TradingView really has a hard time painting the chart because there's so much stress on its servers. So you just have to really be patient with it. Kenneth Wynn says he missed the boat. All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me where you guys are coming from today. I'm actually curious. Where's everybody hitting me from today? It's Thursday. The basic flow today was retail sales missed a little bit, but still really pretty healthy. 3.9 against 4.1. It's not exactly like we're dying. The consumer is doing fine. That should not really have a much major negative impact on equities as far as performance. Yields are a little up. Yields are still refuse to come down. I mean, honestly, if we get to 4.5 on the 10-year, that really has got to be a pretty positive booster for stocks. It's kind of like a 4.5 to a 5% game, right? Between that, and you can see that in the S&P, where it's just it's a 6,000 on the S&P if it plays. Now, unfortunately, you see what happened is we've had a lot of retrace over here, right? So even though this thing is really popping now, as it tries to recover the 6,000, well, is it turning green? Yeah, it is turning green. Oh, look at that! It's actually such a nice strong move. This is actually turning green. Let me make this a little bigger. You guys can really see it. So my point is that this is 33 seconds. If this holds, I'll go long. Going long here has significant amount of risk because this is a big candle. I'm only looking for 2 points in the S&P, and the whole candle is already, what is that, 97, like 5 points long. So it's pretty long. But first of all, let's see if this candle actually holds as a, look at this thing. They can't even make up its own mind here. All right, let's give it a shot. All right, we're long at 99.25, right? And and that was pretty good. And we didn't have to even do secondary moves. That really worked like a charm right off the bat. So okay, that was good. It proves my point that the first impulse off the crossover is the best impulse. But you can see this on the charts, and I can show this to you going back and forth quite a lot. Wow, that was as fast as we've done a trade in a long time. It was literally 1 second as we got lifted. But let me kind of show you methodically what I mean on the chart. And actually, in this particular case, you actually have the proper candle colored, but that's not because of the setup. It's because that's the sort of the strong retrace momentum setup that this is coloring. What I'm actually thinking is introducing a visual cue of exactly when that setup happens, so that we can actually put it on our charts, and whenever that occurs, make it into an alert or make it a thing. Because to me, this is, of all the trend setups, and you guys know I'm not a trend trader. I don't like trends. This is the best probability trend setup I've seen. So let me sort of show you. Yeah, you can see it over here. The basic sequence of events that we're looking for is step 1, crossover of the moving averages, right? Step 2, price goes counter. Let me just do a counter signal. So go to the downside, price goes green, right? Then step 3, this is the step that we go. Price resumes the red, resumes the trend move. That sequence, 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3, boom, is the sequence you want, right? Is the sequence. And by the way, it even, you could even in a very weak format over here, you could see this. This is obviously like what, early in the morning, so not a lot of happening. But here it is. Price crosses over, right? Price goes counter, right? And remember, it's the moving averages, not the price itself, but the moving averages that we're watching. And then price goes up, right? Either way, we get nice continuation here. We get nice continuation here. You guys feeling me on this? Does everybody understand the sequence of events of how this sets up as a as a really nice clean trade. Here's another good example. The beautiful thing is these kind of crossovers on a relatively, this is, people ask me, how do I trade Asia and Europe when it's much quieter? This is the best Asia-Europe setup, in my opinion. Crosses over here, meaningful cross, right? Go counter, and then go direction. Now, obviously, you need my tranche sequence in all of this. It's not like the first sequence is always going to have continuation. You may just run into a retrace. So example here, 98.25, I'm short, right? I'm actually going to show this to you. Geez, I really hope I hit the right button, because otherwise I'm going to blow out the, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I always forget the, oh, it's this one. It's the opt H. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I don't blow out the oh, good. Okay. All right. So let me show this to you visually. So we're short here, right? Tranche 1. Then we're going to go 2 up. We're going to go 2 up to 60.25 as tranche 2. Okay. In this particular case, short here, and then we actually have to go tranche 3 at 602.25 with a terminal stop at 604.25, and I'm going to make the terminal stop like let's make it I don't know, purple, so you guys can, maybe, I don't know, what's a good color. We'll make it 4. That's a terminal stop. So in this particular sequence, I'm short here, and resolve everything over here, right? I have to do that this way. Otherwise, you're never going to catch it on a continuity basis. But, throughout the Asia session, you will have multiple opportunities to kind of, have this happen. And it becomes really, really cool. All right. Anyways, with nothing much going on over here, we're still probing the upside here. Let me just get rid of all the drawings. You guys understand what I did? Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I just did here in terms of methodology. The first crossover day. By the way, right now, let's look at NASDAQ as well. Is it doing the same thing? Oh, come on, NASDAQ. No, NASDAQ is still underneath. NASDAQ is actually negative trend. NASDAQ broke negative. Now it's a counter trend. And if NASDAQ gives me a red, I'm going to short NASDAQ. NASDAQ is a first crossover short, whereas S&P is potentially a first crossover long. If we have a first crossover, we got to go red, then we got to go green. And if that happens, then we're going to go S&P first crossover green. Let's duplicate this so that we get, so that we can look at, oops, sorry, there's a lot of stuff here. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Let's duplicate this so that we can get, so that we can look at NASDAQ as well. Because NASDAQ, it's interesting how the indices are setting up in different directions off this first crossover move. Come on, baby, come on. Trading View, let's go. Okay. So if okay, this goes red. This is crossover, counter, red. Let's see if NASDAQ gives me some love here. I need to see it close red, and that would be the first crossover to the downside. So 4 or 5 seconds. Let's get interesting. Nope. No trade. Next candle. This is unfortunate because sometimes, the next candle becomes the big, this was the trade that would have had, but unfortunately I don't get it. All right. That's just them breaks. That sucks. Wow, damn. Look at that move. Now it's super, super hard for me to pull the trigger. I'll do it just because I want to show you the process, but all All right, I'll do it on this one. I'll do it. We'll see if there's a continuity move here, but it's really down. I'm really eating this thing. All right, I sold 4 tens. Here we go. Oh, it's in this one. Sorry. Okay, hang on. Let me show you the proper thing. It's in this chart. So we're going to do 4 tens. Then we're going to go. Oh, we're already. Oh, I'm super slow here. And then 430s. What happened here? Did I get filled? Okay, let's just get out. All right, I managed to get out. Very sloppy trade. I'm sorry, guys. Just because I'm trying to show you the charts and I'm also trying to trade, which is impossible at the same time. But the same idea. This was a tranche trade. I sold 110. I sold 2 at 17. I should have sold them at 20, and then I bought everything back at the supposed to be at the 10 level. Had I done this properly, it would have all kind of properly done and redone. So in this particular case, you have the setup, you have super fast price action, you have massive freaking candle, 41 to 408, almost a 30-point candle. I went with the flow, and it worked fine. But you need to, the problem is that I'm trying to show it to you on the chart and do it at the same time. You have to do it. You can't screw around. You got to go entry, second entry, third entry right away. Second, because everything is preset. The plan is all in place. You missed the opportunity for a retrace. You missed the opportunity for a quick profit back. That's the only thing about it. But anyways, anybody traded the NASDAQ setup? It's just, this is the first crossover setup we had. Both of them turned out to be really good winners. So no complaints from me. Yes, no? Miguel traded him. Good job. All right, who's new here? Talk to me. Just say I'm new. Cheryl says immediately TP'd. Yeah, it was fast as fuck. FAF. So BFF is FAF. That's my logo. BFF is FAF. Cooking Finland is new. Man, what kind of name is that? What are you cooking, my friend? Finnish food, not exactly top cuisine in the world, right? What are you cooking over there? Tell us. Cooking Finland, new on the game. Gregory, new, third time watching. How you liking it? How's all my your life? You cooking your life? Oh my God. Okay. Wait, do you mean like you're actually a chef? Or, was it like a very sardonic, very deep Scandinavian answer? You guys like it? Okay. So, again, the whole point of our trading together is not for you guys to get impressed by, how many wins I make. Who gives a fuck? It's my account, not yours, right? The real value here is to isolate and learn. First of all, to learn the indicator, which is a beautiful indicator that generates a million beautiful ideas for you, right? As Trump says, it's a beautiful indicator. It's a beautiful indicator. It's the best. You've never had an indicator like this in your whole life. You will be indicating never before after you take the BFF indicator. So learn that, obviously. That's really the beauty of it. And then secondly, to isolate the critical either trend, counter trend, or if you're kind of if you're an ambidextrous person that can do lots of different things, trade both ways structure. Oh, you own a restaurant. Dude, man, do you know you're the second restaurateur in our trading group. We have Enzo in London who owns a Southern Italian. What kind of restaurant do you own, my friend? What do you? What's your food? And give us a name. So anybody who is in Finland, we'll send them your way. Are you in Helsinki, or are you like outside of Helsinki? Anybody who's in the restaurant business, I have a very soft spot for them, having spent my whole misspent youth being in the restaurant business. I really, I appreciate the. You own Arnold's. Okay, is that is that in Helsinki? Oh, nice. Okay, what kind of food is it? That sounds like Arnold's. Sounds like a Jewish deli, my friend, in New York. That's what a Jewish deli in New York would be called. So we broke down, guys. Now we get it. Now it kind of gets interesting. We're still, where are we? We're almost to super trend territory. 29 basis points. We're going to go to super trend on NASDAQ pretty soon. Pretty soon. And if we're going to go to super trend and then a counter trend, we may get some counter trend signals, but we're not quite there. Like right there, here we go. We're almost getting ready. See the candles getting red? That's kind of calculating that at this point, we need 30 basis points to get into super trend. There we go. See how it adds up. See how cool this, see how beautiful this indicator is? I really need to, I'm gonna clone Trump and just, say BFF, it's a beautiful indicator. We need that for the next 4 years. Donuts, bagel, coffee. See, I knew it, man. All right, we had a whole big discussion yesterday, Cooking Finland, about New York bagels versus Montreal bagels and versus the fact that there's nowhere in the world that you can replicate New York bagels. However, I would love to, my wife is actually talking about coming to Scandies this summer, so maybe we'll come to Finland. But if I were to bet on the one place in the world outside of New York City where the bagels could be pretty good, it would be in the Scandies. Here we go. We got a counter trend signal here, by the way, guys. So might play this a little bit. If we get it, we'll see. If I were to bet, bagels in Scandies or like Helsinki would be pretty good. The main reason is because the single most important reason for why bagels in New York are so good is we get our water from upstate. New York City actually has the best, cleanest water of any metropolitan area because it comes from 200 miles up in the Catskill Mountains. There is literally a huge tunnel, mile-wide tunnel. Okay, we might have a counter trend signal here. Let's watch this a little bit. 11 seconds left. Let's see if this holds. Not quite. Unless this holds, we're not trading this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, long. Am I in? 11. In at 11. The next one would be at 01. And the next one below that would be at 91. It's a little bit of a late entry. This is a big ass reversal candle, so we could easily come back here and retrace. But let's see if it pops up. Okay, second entry over here. I'm going to go to the limit over here. See if we can manage it. Might have to go to third entry, and we'll see if this flushes on me completely, which it might. I thought it would because it was a really, really big first counter trend signal, but let's see. All right, here we go. This goes over here. This goes over here. Let's see if we can hold this. Okay, eggs are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We took us 2 tries, but we resolved everything for a nice quick P&L. It was a good P&L. And I'll go through the ratios in just 1 second. But back to the most important point of the seminar today, of the trading webinar today. Why do I think Scandies have a chance to beat New York Bagels? Because as I said, New York has the cleanest, clearest water in the world coming from the Catskill Mountains. There's literally a tunnel wide enough for a huge truck to go through, a couple of trucks to go. It's like a 1.5 mile tunnel. It's a 200-mile tunnel. So we get the cleanest, purest water. And I think Scandies have really, really good water. And water is the key to really, really good bagels. So that is your lesson on how do you make. That's why California bagels suck ass. They are really not good. Okay. Ignatius asking me, what broker do you use for futures? So first of all, let's make it clear that what I am trading through right now is Tradeovate. I'm using Apex. I am using our buddies at Apex. I just put the link in there. Apex is a prop evaluation firm, my favorite firm in the world. Here's the beautiful thing about trading prop versus having to trade your own account. First of all, it's not your money, right? Secondly, if you pass the prop, it becomes your money if you start winning like we do. Third of all, everything that you see here is totally free. I don't have to pay for quotes. I don't have to pay for the software. I don't have to pay for anything. I just have to pay for the evaluation, which is built in. So we're using Tradeovate. I also really my favorite broker. I'm actually like Tradeovate so much. I'm moving all my IRA futures accounts to them because I'm really, really digging the system. It's fully integrated with TradingView. As you can see, I was able to use TradingView to manage all my stops and targets really, really fast. And it's very, very intuitive, and it's web-based. So I'm trading today right now off my Mac, which is blazing fast. I don't have to use PC, but if I go to Jersey and I'm trading off PC, I can trade there. It's completely platform independent. So the answer to you is go Apex, go Tradeovate, go hard, take advantage. Make sure you guys have that link that we have over here, or QR the code, because then you're going to get permanent discount always with them. And whatever special future discounts they have, you'll be able to lock it in with this discount. So just be sure you get it. Now, if you're interested in my coaching, I'm actually going to reopen the coaching for the winter season for my Pass the Prop. I'm just going to put the link in here. That's like the best deal because it's coaching plus all of Kathy's signals, all of my signals, all of our indicators, all hugely discounted for a 3 month price. So Rob is saying, what's the leverage? They give you ridiculous leverage here. I know I use very little leverage, but they give you it's a $50,000 account. You can go up to 10 large contracts, right? So I don't fucking know what the leverage is. It's massive. But it doesn't, leverage is immaterial. So you get the data feed in Apex. Yes, Lee, that is the best thing about it. You get the data feed for bagel, for double bagel. So that's why I love it. It's just, just all in, $50, give it a shot. Boom, boom, boom. You have the full trading experience without paying anybody any money and doing anything else. Lee says that's amazing. Yes, it is amazing. It is really, really good. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, guys trading with me, you need to be doing this. This makes it, so much better, so much more fun. Everybody on X, come hang out with me on YouTube. Make sure, by the way, guys, the only thing I ask is, I hope you really enjoy these things. Please, please, please bring your friends and everybody subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, it makes it so much easier for me to notify you when we're doing live trades. Otherwise, I'm constantly just posting. It's a hit or miss. You'll know for sure. You subscribe to the channel, get notified. Every single day, London or New York, where I'm trading or not trading. Like, for example, I didn't trade London today because I was really under the weather and had to rally myself for New York. But if you're a subscriber to the channel, you would notice. Plus, you get all these great videos from Kathy, and occasionally videos from me. She's much more of a video maven. I love to do everything live. Kathy and I, just thinking about this, are such opposite human beings. Like, I have never worked on a script in my whole life. I fucking hate working on scripts. And she really doesn't like working live. Like, I love live, completely unscripted. She loves organized, structured video formats. So I guess that's good because, we both have our strengths. But yeah, you get both off the channel. So just be sure, please, subscribe to the channel. And everybody on X, come on over here, come hang out with us. Hope you like it. Guys, this week, ever since I made the BFF brand new, it has been FAF. It has been awesome, right? We've just been killing it on trades because it just does not put me into shitty trades. It puts me into relatively decent trades, and then lets me trade it all out. We're obviously starting to extend the downtrend. By the way, let's take a look at the S&P. We didn't get a chance. Again, the only drawback that I have is I can't do everything. This thing is so good at picking trades that it's a what is that called? An embarrassment of riches. I can't do every trade that it shows up, as I told you, because they very often intersect on the time frame. Like they basically overlap each other. So we were focused on NAS. We had a counter trend trade on NAS, right, which is fine. That worked. But in the meantime, the first crossover. Look at this beautiful effing S&P trade that would have been just money. So this is the crossover. This is the counter trend. This is the counter trend. This is the resumption of trend right over here. This candle, right? So we're short here at 84. We go up to. Oh God, I can't see my glasses here. Okay, we'd be short here, 84.50. 86.50 would be a second tranche. 88.50 would be the third tranche, and boom, the whole thing resolves right over here. Right? It was actually exactly like the Nasdaq trade, except that one was a long, and this one would have been a short because this would have been a trend trade. And now we're really, getting hardcore trend, but we're still not in super trend territory. We're only 20 basis points wide on the moving averages. So we're selling off a little bit, but not, not tremendously, just about 20 basis points on the day, mainly because the yields are starting to climb. That's not pleasant. That's not quite good. Let's take a look at gold, which I completely been ignoring this week. Look at gold. Gold is in a massive super trend. Gold is in a beautiful, beautiful super trend here. Gold gave you the first counter trend signal here and the first super trend long signal. Both of those would have been really, really good at the 9 o'clock hour. But now it's interesting. Now we can look and see if we can get any kind of a counter trend signal in gold here. So far, nothing there, but just quietly moving into super trend territory. So there's a couple of counter trend possibilities here. There's one where we go really, really high up above the moving average, create one of these fire icons, and then we drop below. That would be a good counter trend signal. Or we simply run out of gas and the super trend turns back to black. Just like the Amy Winehouse song. I just realized that. Back to black. When it turns back to black, that's a good counter trend signal for us. And we'll look for a counter trend signal there. So either way, there could be some interesting counter trend signals here in gold. So far, nothing much going on here. S&P, quiet. S&P really sold off here, but not in super trend mode. And Nasdaq gave another counter trend signal here, which I could have taken, but now I'm a little bit, we'll let it go. We'll let this one go. This one, I actually think this one will probably work pretty well at this point, but I'll let it go. Because I wasn't in on the play. Pretty choppy markets, actually. I will say this. And this specifically is a super trend sell signal, right? This looks really like, if you're looking at the price action, the reason I'm hesitant is because, listen, you're always going to get signals, but you gotta put them, you gotta have to look at them in context. What you're seeing right now is a price action that's just very hesitant both ways. So just like, an example here, if I bought this 95, I bought it 85, I bought it 75, it would have resolved back up on a counter trend basis. Now, if I go trend basis, I sell 70, I sell 80, I would have to sell 90 as the next one. And let's see if the sell would have resolved. So if I was playing this, I sold 70, I sold 80. Now we need to see it come back down to 70 for the trade to resolve on a super trend basis. Or we have one last shot where it goes up to 90, and then it's got to come back to 80. So it did just go back up to 90. Now it's got to come back to 80. And if it doesn't do that, it's going to reverse itself. And that's why I didn't really want to, trade this on a continuity basis, because this price action looks really non-discontinuous. So I really don't like the continuity trades here today. It's not the kind of clean, continuous price action you see in gold. Although I think even this would have resolved. Look at that. Look at that. Even, I doubted myself, but this would have resolved. This continuity would have been 70, 80, 90, boom, resolved right over here as a trade. Sometimes I doubt myself, but the setup still works. So I wimped out on this one, but it would, it would have worked here on a continuity basis. Now it's okay. What is it? Oh, is it 10 o'clock? There's some news. Is there news on this thing? What the fuck's going on? We have auction today, gas. Housing market. Business inventories. Just, really, really discontinuous price action. And when you have this kind of, you can see it in the price action where it's just very non-directional. You certainly want to be careful as to, if you especially if you're taking continuity trades, you want to be really careful that you think that they're worthwhile. So pretty choppy. On the other hand, let's take a look at S&P. No, S&P is still not doing anything either. And where's gold? Oh, gold looks like it's no. Gold is still in super trend, still holding its bid. The separation between the moving averages still holds. How do I determine the tranches? So what I've done this is a good time for us to maybe discuss tranches in terms of what I do now, which is kind of very, very tight tranches. So let's use NASDAQ, which is the most. Actually, let's use S&P, which is the smoothest, in terms of which is the one that I really like to trade the most. So let me put a text box on there and kind of talk about tranches. Okay, tranches. Oops. So in the ES, I use 2-point intervals. How that works in real life is this particular entry over here would be 84.50, right? So I would be short 84.50, then short tranche 1 would be, or it's really tranche for the first entry, which is the first tranche, is 84.50. Second entry, which is limit entry, is 86.50. Oops, sorry. Third entry, third tranche, is 88.50 with, let's call this a terminal stop at 90.50. Right now, guys, I'm using the old pit convention, which is using just the last two numbers of the underline. It's obvious it's 5,900. Okay, just flow with me. It's a shorthand that from the old trading days. So that would be the movement. Now, what happens is, how does this get resolved? Well, if 84.50 goes to 82.50, you're good. You're good. Let me just hang on a second. Let me see if I can do a little check mark here. Check mark. Okay, you're good. If 86.50 goes to 84.50, all of these, everyone, 1 and 2, are good. If 88.50 goes to 86.50, all 3 are good. I close them all out at incredibly fast pace. If I'm at this level, I can close all of these out at 84.50. If I'm at this level, I can close them out at 84.50. It doesn't have to go much in my direction for me to P&L the whole position. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about risk. Let's do another new text, and now the risk. Okay, if I get stopped out, terminal stop, it's 11 times my risk. If I win S1, I do 1xW. If I do S2, I win 2xW. And if I do if it goes S3, which is actually what happened to me in that NASDAQ trade we just did, I do 3xW, which is really, really good. So you have a whole array of possible wins. I'm trying to move this around. Sorry, guys. You have a whole array of possible wins, and you have a fixed stop loss, right? So now the next order of business is how does it work statistically? So if you take the average of S1, let's imagine, just for argument's sake, some of them will resolve S1, some resolve S2, some S3. So your average win resolution will be what? It'll be S2. When you take the average of these 3, it's a 2x win. So if you have 2x win against, 2x win against an 11x loss, you need 5.5 winning trades to be break even. And obviously, like, just for argument's sake, if you're 8 out of 9 on the day, you are positive, so on and so forth, right? So you need to have a good idea of your actuarial tables, like how good are your signals within this strategy. So if you look at just this week, we actually have not had even a single losing trade. No, we did. I take it back. We had one losing trade. That was on Monday, and it wasn't even a legitimate entry. But I'm going to count it because I was a fuck up, and I deserved to have lost it. So overall, we had like 5 winners yesterday. So far, 2 winners today, but could have had more. What is it? Today's Thursday. 5, 6, 3, and 5. I think it's like 8 plus 5 plus 2. Let's say 15. Just for argument's sake, we've had already 15 winning trades in live sessions against just 1 loss. And remember, it's only 5.5 to 1 break even. So I am net positive on the whole position monstrously. It is very, very similar to kind of like the insurance policies, where for every 1,000 policies they sell, they may only pay out on 1. I mean, obviously, that's not, I'd love to be in the insurance business. The market business is nowhere near as kind as the insurance business, but it's the same principle. I get paid out quite frequently with a payoff, or with a what would be the with a payout loss, or with a stop loss, generally infrequently. If I can in live trading, if I'm doing 1 or 2 stop losses per week, you can effectively assume that's a winning week, right? And again, this week, I only had 1 stop loss, because it wasn't even a legitimate stop loss. On all the legitimate trades, everything worked. And that's the idea. Now you take this, now we're just trading 1 hour a day. You take that into 3 or 4 hours a day, and you can just multiply that into a much, much richer, much more productive environment. That's basically it. All right. So this is all my scratches. I gave a chance here, because not much price action going on over here. Give you a chance to kind of understand the trading structure that I have here. Okay. That sound good? All right. Still coming back into super trend territory. See how it's coming back into super trend territory? It's pretty unclear whether this is the bottom of the day for NASDAQ, or we're going to resume selling. If we kind of resume super trend selling, I absolutely want to be looking for one of these super trend sell signals. I want to be looking for for that big sell signal, because I think it's that's going to be a good one, and I want to that'll be my next quality trade. But you can see that basically, you get a good quality trade every 15 minutes. 4 trades per instrument, 3 instruments. That's 12 trade ideas per hour. You only take 2 or 3 of those in an hour. You do 3 or 4 hours. The numbers really add up. The numbers just totally add up. That's basically it. That's all I do all day long. So did that help you, Dan? Was that useful? We have we have a super trend sell here. Oh, this is a super trend sell, right? This is super trend sell. This is NASDAQ. This is worthwhile taking, as I said. Let's get interested. How much time? 11 seconds left. Let's see if this is gonna work. 6. Let's see if it stays. Nope, and it disappears. This is why we wait, because God knows these motherfuckers love to fake you out. Damn, that was a pull. That was a rug pull. That was the ultimate candle rug pull. And this is why it's better to be late and accurate than early and not. Right? Wow, that was a rug pull candle. You see how that is? Everybody saw that happen? This is why I learned from School of Hard Knocks never to anticipate the move. Let the move actually trigger. Because the brain, by the way, this is a fascinating thing. The brain is just nothing but a prediction machine. We're constantly predicting every single second of our life. You may not understand that, but that is literally the breakthrough knowledge of latest neuroscience, that we are always predicting, because it's impossible to live in the moment. We have to go to the ball, right? Just like, or go to the puck, as Wayne Gretzky used to say. Otherwise, it's incredibly inefficient. We're always anticipating the next move, the next step, the next dodging the pedestrian our way, weaving away from the car, all that stuff subconsciously, 1,000,000 times a second. So that behavior also works against us in the market, because we're constantly, I'm predicting my signal, right? I'm seeing, I see the signal. It's on the chart. But the signal doesn't occur until it prints. And as you can see, very often it will tease you. So I've taught myself to kind of mentally stop, to slow myself down, and not instinctually react to these signals. Anyways, any questions, guys? How's everybody doing? How How are you guys liking the new BFF? I think it's really, really good. It maybe just needs one little thing, which is that the first crossover sequence. Maybe I'll mark it off like with a flag or something. But I really, really like it as a structure. So we sort of, as I was saying, we dipped below, but we really don't have any conviction one way or the other as far as where the markets go. Where's gold? Where's our friend gold? Oh, well, not quite. It hasn't. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so our friend gold has not given us the super trend sell signal, the super trend counter trend, because the way the structure goes here is super trend ends, we have a counter trend move, and then if this thing drops below the moving average, that's when we get the signal. So we can actually watch our friend gold here and see if it's going to give us a counter trend sell signal. Counter trend, super trend, counter trend sell signal. So far, no. But if it does, we will do it. So, does the BFF auto update when you make changes? It does. Like if you go, like let's say when I make, first of all, when I make changes, I let everybody know, and typically I always increment by 1. So if any next change will be 1.6, 1.7, so it's always obvious numerically which one it is. So if yours is looking at 1.5 and I'm showing 1.6, then you're just behind. And all you got to do, if you click on this thing, this will automatically tell you, there's a new version of this thing. Do you want to update? And you say yes, and you will do it. There's obviously not a new version of this. All right, here's gold. Let's see if gold is going to give me the signal. Again, not anticipating this thing. Gold is a lot slower these days as far as trade goes. Red November asking me an interesting question. Let me just watch this for a second. I wonder why it's not. Huh. It's not giving me a signal, so I'm not taking it. I'm trying to understand why it's not giving me a signal. Oh, hang on a second. Do I not have it set up? Oh, that's why it's not giving me a signal. I don't have it fucking printed. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's. I actually did not have that signal printed. Okay, now it's fooling around. Now you can actually see it, flash on and off depending on where the price action is on the signal. So I'll address that in just 1 second. Red November. Let's watch the gold trade here. Let's see what it does. Let's see if it actually gives me a signal here. Nope, no signal. All right, gold goes back up. I'm not going to get a chance to trade gold with you guys because I have to go soon. But Red November is asking a good question, so I want to kind of address it. So first of all, from the tone of his question, he's clearly asking a CFD question. If you're an American trader and you're trading futures, that's not even a question. There's no such thing as best spreads, best commission, all that shit, right? It's a centralized market. There's only one price, and pretty much everybody's the same on commissions. Commissions are like $5 round turn on the big ones and like a $1 round turn on the little ones. That's it. Like everybody's matching. So just kind of understand, this is a question that implies by its very question that he's looking for a CFD broker. So he's he's a non-US customer, and he can trade CFDs. So when that comes, that of course my answer is our friends at ACAP, which actually, if you open an account with them, and oh, by the way, I totally forgot. I gotta hump this too. I just put in the link to our friends at ACAP. You get everything that we do for free, plus all the tools that are optimized for the CFD product. So you could trade them on MetaTrader 5. All of these strategies can be traded on MetaTrader 5. So what I was going to say is the last thing I wanted to mention to everybody. This Saturday, 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to do our top 10 trades of the year, Kathy and I, which will be very good. Lots of really interesting stuff. But the real jewel of this presentation is I'm actually going to showcase all of these great MetaTrader tools that I created for 8CAP. The Flash Trader, Flash Trader Plus, and the new Flash Trader dashboard. Now, the Flash Trader dashboard actually everything I'm doing here where I go, don't fucking talk to me because I got to focus on my trades, does that automatically for you. So you can replicate all my trades if you're in a CFD environment with this Flash Trader dashboard with like far less agita than I do because it's almost fully automated in terms of entry. So I'm going to showcase all of that because the great thing about ACAP is they trade crypto, which means on the weekend we're going to have live feeds from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and I'll be showing you all of these structures on crypto as well. So that's my long-winded answer to all of this. Open account with ACAP, you get everything we do for free, including these indicators. And the great spreads, great execution, and I have special tools for them. Okay. You're in the UK and using fuck me. So the only problem in November is that if you're in the UK, you won't be able to use MetaTrader 5 with 8CAP. So you can still open an account with them. You're still going to get everything for free, but you'll have to use TradingView to do this. They trade directly with TradingView, which is cool. You can definitely do it from TradingView. But but anyways, for everybody else who lives like in a non-communist country, then you can definitely take advantage of it. Okay. All right, my friends, I gotta run because as usual, my ungrateful children require my attention. That was a lot of fun, right? Just one last sort of tweak. The first crossover trade. We'll do that. Today was actually a great day, not just in taking trades, but in avoiding rug pulls. Like the big money in many ways is made in avoiding rug pulls, which is taking false entries as much as it is in taking good ones. And today was a really good lesson in all of that. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. I will see everybody next week. So next week, I don't know what Kay is doing as far as Monday. Monday is a holiday in the U.S., which means markets are closed. I'm not going to trade it. Even if Kay does a market preview, I'm not going to be there with you because there's no point. We're not going to fucking trade, a 10-point range on MLK. We're taking the day off. But then we come back hardcore Tuesday, Wednesday, but not Thursday because I am traveling next week. So it's just going to be Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be with you, but I'll be there, in full force. So watch the channel, subscribe to the channel, please. Come, even if you can't come to the webinar, register your name, and I give guaranteed to send you the full video of the webinar where you're going to get to see the setups, the strategies, and the tools in their full glory. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Really a lot of fun as always. Good session. I'll see everybody in the markets. Take care.